Hello everyone, welcome to part 2. This is my first day of work, and I'm walking to work. This is a 5-minute walk. If you look in here, that's the lobby area of my living area. There's some mailboxes there. Right next to it are some elevators that go up to the floor. And walking around on the street right now. First floor is a bunch of businesses. And down there's the main part of Busan in the city. You look down there, some businesses and lots of signs. However, today we're walking towards some more apartment complexes. And right down the stairs from my apartment, there is a coffee shop. Nice and easy. It's not Starbucks, but it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's as good as Starbucks. I don't really have that much. I'm not really that good at coffee. I don't really like coffee that much, but it's got good tea. Anyway, it's the garbage area, and here they just kind of put garbage bags down here and there. It's not here at the moment, but people will end up putting a bunch of bags just laying in here. And they come every day here, which is kind of nice. But the bags are smaller, and you have to buy the bags, but you don't have to pay anybody to pick it up. It's also quite nice. I'm sorry if I'm no one can hear me well. There's a lot of traffic noise. I'm trying to speak up. But here's the main highway. It goes through from here to Seoul and to Incheon. There's a nice sound barrier there. We're walking this way into this little park-looking area. Place to sit down, and I would say it's a park. It doesn't really have an area that says here's park, but it's a nice area. Much more nice to walk through than next to the road. And there's some signs here. Little things, strange parts. And we have this little python, I don't know. This strange kind of walking area. We got beak off, whatever. Yeah. Some nice trees. It's a bench and some park toys. I guess the toys have a ride, whatever you call them. For little kids to play on. And after we get past that, there's a little creek, pond type area with a bridge that goes across. There's some people on there now. I haven't actually seen any fish in here yet. Oh, there's one. Not too bad. Not too many of them in there, but there's a couple. Overall, it looks pretty nice. Yeah, it's a really nice walk to work. Today's a really nice day out. The first day I got here, it was really, really gloomy. Not really too much pouring down rain per se, but there was a lot of mist, and it's just an overall nasty day. The second day I got here was a little bit better, but it's still kind of misty. Yesterday was quite like this, quite nice. There's a little bit of a wind, a breeze, and yeah, it's a really nice day out. Quite refreshing. From when I came from America, it's been raining all week. I got greeted here with rain, so I'm glad it's finally coming. Alright, this is the street in between my apartment and the school. There's really nothing here but apartment buildings. And down there, all you can see are just tall buildings. They're all apartment buildings. Here's back to the highway. We're basically walking parallel to it. One thing that kind of caught me off guard, not really off guard, but surprised me, I would say, is unlike Japan and Europe, Korea doesn't have that many smaller cars. It's much more like America, where people have SUVs and big luxury cars. Apparently it has something to do with the status of how good you are and how important you are. If you look, you can see maybe fishes. There's a couple more in this pond area. It's a really nice area, I think. The actual city part, more metropolitan area, is the way I showed you earlier. Basically, it's in the opposite direction that I'm going now. But the street with the school that I'm working at, there are a few shops and areas, but it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere to me. There's nothing really around. It's the one street that's got very little, some, but very little. And once you go past it, there's nothing there. It seems like this area is mostly apartment buildings, and everybody has to go to that main area, which is nice, but some more bridges and park type areas for people to sit in there. There are these apartment building areas. Ooh. You can see a little cat, real little Kit Kat. Second one I've seen here yet. He's kind of small. Unlike Japan, where they're abundantly in the city just wandering around, I haven't seen that many here just wandering around. But then again, I haven't spent much time in the residential area yet. Besides, it kind of takes a while to get there. We're almost there. I won't be able to go inside and show you inside. I don't really have permission to do that, and I don't think my director would have a problem with it, but I just don't feel comfortable doing it. So I can walk to where it is and show you the street a little bit. There's some swing sets and stuff for kids to play on. Back there, I didn't want to film the guy, but there was some guy using one of these little exercise things here. He was kind of looking at me strange, which is normal. The first day I got here, I was walking down the street over here. The bus came along with little kids, and they just started shouting out, "Hello, how are you?" Which also caught me off guard. But I'm happy to talk with them. I continued to converse with them until the light changed and they went somewhere else. I don't remember exactly where they turned or not, but right here we're crossing the street. About the bumpiness. Crossing the street, and there's a couple areas. Then here we're in a smaller metropolitan area. There's actually some stores in this area. There's a restaurant here. fixing up your car. There's a couple places over there. Where I work, you see the blue sign. Right there is the blue sign. We'll get closer. But unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of seafood. And right underneath where I work is a seafood restaurant. So every time I come to work, they have these monsters and octopus and other kinds of fish just sitting out there trying to tempt the customers in. So they're not tempting me. You look here. I can. If you can read it, I can or Hagwan. It's a I can language institute, okay? Translate. And here's where I go. So, I hope you enjoyed this little walk to school. There's a few more places down here. You can see there's a couple other restaurants and such. But it's not really much. It's kind of a small area on this side of town. Really much. It's pretty kind of a here. Well, thanks all. It's in part 2. Tune in for part 2.